Now joining me from Cleveland, David Leopold of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. So David, talk to me in your experience about what the feeling is here at home among those who are worried about deportation.
Look, I think what we have here is a policy of panic. They have put forth this deportation force. They're talking about hiring, 10,000 ICE agents, 5,000 Border Patrol agents, 500 Air and Marine people. And what they're really trying to do is scare immigrants out of the country. This is about creating panic in the communities. This is about instilling fear in people who have been here for such a long time, contributed to the communities, contributed to the fabric of our society, the immigrants. And it's frankly unconscionable. Donald Trump, in the first month in office, has taken a wrecking ball to the Statue of Liberty.
David, is there a clear idea of who will be the priority now, or is it everybody that's come to this country illegally?
The priority, Katie, is fear. In answer to your question specifically, these two memos make it very clear that there are no priorities, that they're just as likely to go after a grandmother who's gotten a parking ticket as they are to go after somebody who's committed a serious crime like murder. You know, I've been doing this a while, and I have not gotten phone calls like the kinds I'm getting, for example, from people who are U.S. citizens, Katie, who are terrified that because they may have a passport from another country, or because a spouse, a wife, or a husband is foreign, whether or not they've got status in the United States, they're terrified their family is going to be torn apart by Donald Trump and his deportation force. I think the panic, the fear that's out there is palpable. I think it's intentional when you have people like Stephen Miller, who has the audacity to go on television and tell everybody that the president is above the law, that he's not reviewable, that it's absolute. This is not who we are as a country, Katie. We can do much better, and we are much better than this.
So this new push not only involves hiring more ICE agents, but it involves empowering local law enforcement,
Right.
about 700,000 cops around this country to help in the deportation effort. What does that mean?
You know, I was listening on your air to Bill Bratton out of Boston, and talk to the people who know about law enforcement. They don't like it. They don't like local law enforcement having become immigration collaborators and agents, and the reason is simple. The reason is because local law enforcement depends on community trust. Let me give you an example. So if you have a woman who's undocumented, who's beaten by her husband, and she is afraid to call the police because she's afraid that she's going to be deported, that puts her in an untenable position of enduring the beating, because she's afraid that if she turns in her husband, if she goes to a shelter and she seeks refuge there, that she's going to be deported. Or the man who witnesses a crime, a burglary across the street. The man is undocumented. He witnesses a crime. He's going to be that much less able or willing to go to the police and say, here, I saw this crime, I'm a witness. And just because people don't have documents in this country doesn't mean, Katie, that they don't have the right to ultimately be here. We have people who were trafficked into this country illegally. We have people without documents who are victims of crime. And so to make this as simplistic, we're going to just deport all undocumented people, which is what they're doing. Everybody is a priority. It's unconscionable and it's un-American.
David Leopold, thank you for joining us.